Hello, 43 class. This is another homework example. This is from the Chapter 4 review. This is problem number 13. So I got two guys, Mitch and Bill, both 75 years old. Okay, one of them several years ago started depositing $1,000 into a savings account. Okay, he did it for 10 years and then he had to stop. Okay, but he just left it in the account and didn't do anything else to it. All right, and then it just earned interest for 42 more years. Okay, and then Bill, he didn't start until he was 46. All right, 23 years after Mitch did. All right, and then he let it grow for the next 29 years. He did, he put $1,000 in for the next 29 years. Okay, but he didn't. He started late, but did it longer. Put $1,000 in there longer. All right, assume both accounts are earning 7% compounded once a year. All right, and we have to do all these parts to the question. So part A asks us, how much does Mitch have now in his account? So notice Mitch did this monthly deposit. All right, sorry, not monthly. $1,000 per year. Sorry, $1,000 each year. So that's a repeated payment that he's doing, but he's only doing it once a year. All right, on your spreadsheets, that's actually this one. It says repeated monthly payment because that's the most typical thing people do. And for your budget project, I named it that because that's what you're going to use for your budget project. But it's any type of repeated payment. If it occurs at a reoccurring interval, you just have to adjust this. It's right now it's set at 12 for monthly, but here if it's every year, he's doing $1,000 a year, we just do it one. The n means how many times does it happen in a year. So he's doing it one time per year, but he's doing $1,000. The interest rate they said to use here is 7%, so 0.07, and he did this for 10 years. All right, so this is the number. We're going to grab this number. This is what it had grown to. In 10 years, he was doing $1,000 a year. It's grown to 13,816, a little bit more than that, over the course of the 10 years. But then it says he takes that money and he just leaves it into the account. So what we have to do then with these spreadsheets is you copy this amount right in the nearest cent, and we're going to stick it over now into the compound interest calculator. All right, we're in the compound interest calculator now. Remember, P is the amount in the account here. So we're going to put, when you paste the value in from another sheet, you'll get this error. So click on the little control figure and then click the paste on the value, the 123 there, and that will switch it over to the number that you copied from the last sheet. And that pastes the 13,000 in there for the principal. Okay, we're going to keep N1 and we're going to do the APR same as it was before, 0.07, and he's going to leave it in there for the next 42 years, it says. So 42. So there's where Mitch is at the end of that time. So 236,872 and 77 cents. All right, and then I put in that answer, and you see there's amount of account. Round it to the nearest cent as needed, so make sure you round it. All right, then part B wants to know how much money does Bill have at the end. So Bill starts when he's 46 years old, and then he's going to do the $1,000 for the next 29 years. So go back to not this one, but the repeated monthly payment. Now Bill's going to do the $1,000 in the same type of account, but he's going to do it for 29 years. All right, so there's what Bill's grows to. All right, and I put that answer in. You see that's correct. All right, then part C says compare the amounts of money that they put into their accounts. Now, if you go back to our calculator, the most recent one that we did is Bill's. So 29,000 is what Bill put in there. And to get the amount that Mitch put in there, total amount that he put in, we need to go back to Mitch, what we did at the beginning. So we need to change this 29 back to a 10. They only did it for 10 years. So this is how much Mitch deposited. So Mitch deposits 10,000 and Bill deposits 29,000. Alright, then it tells us to draw a conclusion. from what we just done. Now, if you look at your 4 choices, there's only one that even says Mitch ends up with more money, but just do read what it says. Mitch ends up with more money in his account despite not having to deposit as much because the interest is initially accumulated accrues throughout the life of the account. So he got that initial interest along with that $10,000, and then it just sat there for 42 years. Okay, where he was trying to play, Bill was trying to play catch up, and even though he did it for almost triple the amount of time, he still didn't get caught up with him. So again, Bill ends up with more money, they end up with the same. None of those are true, so it's got to be D. But anyway, it is D, but there's the reason why it's D if you read the choices.